Today in algebra, we started connecting some geometry concepts to the laws of exponents that we've been learning all week. We started by using our formula chart to fill in these formulas. The area of a rectangle is A equals length times width. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. Area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height. And circumference of a circle is pi times d, where d is the diameter. Then we looked at some of these problems together in class. I'll start with number 1. Calculate the area of a rectangle that has a length of x cubed y to the 4th z to the 6th and a width of xy squared z squared. To do that, I'm going to start with my original formula. I'm talking about a rectangle, so I'm going to use that formula, length times width. I'm looking for my area A. My length is x cubed y to the 4th z to the 6th. And I'm going to fill in my width, xy squared z squared. And now I have two things that are being multiplied. When I multiply, I add my exponents. So I have 3, and there's a fourth one. Y to the 4 plus 2 is 6, and z, 6 plus 2 is 8. So my area is x to the 4th, y to the 6th, z to the 8th. And that's all there is to that. Let's skip down to number 2. Calculate the area of a trapezoid with base lengths s to the 3rd, t to the 5th, and 3s to the 3rd, t to the 5th, and a height of s squared t to the 4th. My original formula is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times h. So I'm trying to find my area, so I do 1/2 of b1, which is s cubed t to the 5th, plus 3s cubed t to the 5th for base 2. And our height is s squared t to the 4th. Now, this has an old skill embedded in it that we haven't used in a while, and we'll actually learn more about later next week. But these two things are like terms because they're both s to the 3rd, t to the 5th. It's like if I said, what's 1x plus 3x? And you would say, oh, well, of course that's 4x because 1 plus 3 is 4. Same thing here, except instead I have 1/2. 1 plus 3 is still 4. S to the 3rd, t to the 5th. Notice I didn't do anything to my exponents. I just copied them over the same way. Just like here, this would be 1x plus 3x is 4x, and I don't do anything to the exponents. Now that I've broken that piece down, I can go ahead and use my multiplication rules. 1/2 of 4 is 2 times 1. There is no number there, so it's just 2. How many s's do I have? 3 plus 2 is 5. And for t's, 5 plus 4 is 9. So my answer is 2s to the 5th, t to the 9th. Okay, the next problem is talking about a triangle. So calculate the area of a triangle that has a base of 8m squared n to the 7th and a height of 3m to the 4th n. Okay, my area is 1/2 times my base, 8m squared n to the 7th, times my height, 3m to the 4th n. Okay, I'm going to start by multiplying my large numbers. 1/2 of 8 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. How many m's do I have? 2 plus 4 is 6, and n, 7 plus 1 is 8. So my answer is 12m to the 6th, n to the 8th. I'm going to skip down a little bit and just pick another one to look at. Number 7, for example, the circumference of a circle is 6 pi m squared in 5th units. What is the diameter? Remember, circumference is pi times d. So I have 6 pi m squared n to the 5th equals pi times d. To get d by itself, d is being multiplied by pi. The opposite of multiply is divide. So I do that on both sides. This one cancels. Guess what? So do those. And our d is equal to 6m squared n to the 5th. In fact, the ones dealing with circumference should be the easiest. I want to do one last one on the front. Let's do number 6. The area of a triangle is 10m to the 9th n to the 7th. If the base is 5m to the 5th n to the 4th, what is the height? So for triangle, I have 1/2 base times height. I'm given my area this time, so I'm going to plug in 10m to the 9th n to the 7th equals 1/2 times our base, which is 5m to the 5th n to the 4th, times our height. I'm going to try to make that h a little bit bolder so you can see that's what I'm trying to solve for. Now, I'm going to start by multiplying these two things. So I'm going to recopy down the first side. 5 times 1/2 is 2.5. m to the 5th, n to the 4th. I don't change my exponents. And all of that is times h, big H here. And now, to get h by itself, the opposite of multiply is divide. So I'm going to divide by 2.5 m to the 5th, n to the 4th. And you should remember that when I divide, I actually divide my big numbers. So 10 divided by 2.5, excuse me, is 4. And when I divide my exponents, I subtract. So 9 minus 5 is 4, m to the 4th. And n, 7 minus 4, is n to the 3rd. And that is all equal to h, our height, which is what we were trying to find. On the back side, we have several that are just the shapes. Same concept as on the front. On the top section, we're trying to find the area. So for instance, this one, area length times width, 3 times 4 is 12. I have x to the first, and no x's here, so just plain x. And then y, I've got 2 y's here and 3 here. 2 plus 3 is 5. So this is my area. And you could write out the formulas as well. I'm not trying to shortchange you there. On the bottom section, I'm asked to find the missing side. So for example, let's look at number 15. My area is 21 m to the 6th n to the 6th. My length is 3 m to the 5th n to the 6th. To find my width, w, I'm going to divide my area by my length. So I divide 3m to the 5th n to the 6th. 21 divided by 3 is 7. This is my width, 7. 6 minus 5 is m. And 6 minus 6 totally cancels each other. So my answer is just 7m. That was it for today. Finish this worksheet for homework and let me know if you have questions.